Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm going to be showing you how I curl my hair using my Denman brush, and I start off the same way I did in my curly hair tutorial video, which if you haven't seen, I will link that down below. But this is just the styling portion, and I use the same leave-in conditioner that I did in that video, which is the Giovanni Direct Leave-In Conditioner. Also, all of these products will be linked down below. And pretty much I section my hair into 4 sections. And I rake through the first section of my hair. And unlike in my curly hair video tutorial, I don't scrunch it after this. I add in my Weedad Climate Control Gel, and I still do the praying hands method over it, and I rake it through. And then I actually start from the back. You can see I'm pointing to the back of my head, and I take a small section, like really not too much. My hair is pretty thick, so it does take a bit of time. But I take that section and I kind of spread it out across the brush, and then I just twist backwards. This did take a bit for me to get the hang of. I'm sure that is everyone's experience with the Denman brush. As you can see, that's what the curl looks like after it's done. And you will also notice in this video that my hair might look a little dry. You know I love doing my hair just soaking wet, but because I was filming the video, I had to set some things up, and it got a little dry, but I do scrunch more water in later. Ideally, it would be a little more wet than this. But yeah, you can just see I'm taking that hair and twisting it backwards and twisting it as I go along the hair shaft. And I do that for this entire section. Honestly, this is the method I use for the entire head, but you can see I am scrunching some water into the hair here, and I scrunch more water throughout the entire process, just getting that gel evenly distributed throughout my head. And then I go ahead and I do the same exact thing on the other side of my head. Rake that gel through, I section it out, and again, taking a small section of hair. And then I'm almost done with that section, and I just scrunch the whole side of my head, and I'm, scrunching more water in, like I said, because this side got particularly dry, or damp rather. It wasn't dry, but got much more drier than I'd prefer when doing this method. And I just make sure to scrunch as much water in as I can. And then I section the top part of my head into 2 sections, right where I prefer my part to be. And I twist the other side up. And again, I'm just doing the same thing I've done this entire time. And honestly, I love the way Denman curls look, especially on my hair, because it just reminds me of the curls I used to get when I would straighten and then curl my hair when I was in high school or even the beginning of college. So it's like, wow, I could have done this all along and not use heat on my hair, which I never use heat on my hair. I get a blowout twice a year when I dye my hair, but that is it in terms of heat usage on my hair. And honestly, they stay for so long. They'll stay for 4 days about, I'd say. And usually I'll keep my hair down for about the first 2 to 3 days and then tie it up after that. But even in a pony, these curls just look beautiful. Especially this section you can see me doing right now. For some reason, this top section of my hair, it'll stay forever. And that little face framing piece, I don't curl, I just scrunch it, because if I curl it, it never ends up looking correct. So I just scrunch it in with the rest of my hair. And then I go in with my second to last product, which is the Moroccan Oil Curl Control Mousse. You can see I take like 6 pumps And I add some water to it to also water it down and just cover my whole head in that. And then it is fully scrunched in. I'm just adding water. Oh, look at that. There you go. That's what you want. That is beautiful. Wet curls is what you need. And then I go in with my cotton t-shirt and scrunch any excess water out. And then, of course, here is me modeling my beautiful plop that I have on my head. And then I come back and I take that off about a half an hour to an hour later. Again, just as long as I honestly need to have it on. If I'm, doing any other like errands around the house, or if I'm doing my makeup, I'll just keep it on for that amount of time. And then I flip my head forward and I kind of do a little bit of upside down diffusing. I am using the Conair, I believe, hair dryer with the Orchid diffuser end, which again, in my last video I said does not actually fit on the end. I just like took out a piece of it and kind of made it fit. It does fall off occasionally, but it does the trick if I'm being honest. And then I just dry those roots. Get those ends. Honestly, it is kind of a lengthy process for me because then I don't even really diffuse right now until it's dry, just like until I get bored. And then you can see those huge clumps forming from the Denman brush. You'll see, I believe in the next clip, pulling those apart and being able to almost like rake my fingers through my curls. But yeah, just really getting that dry, and there you go. You can see, look at those beautiful curls. And then I go in with the Righteous Roots oil, of course. Most amazing oil. And I just spread that along the curls and also all on my roots. And yeah, I just find those big curls and I pick them apart to get even more volume and even more little curls. Honestly, I was surprised this piece curled at all. Usually that's like the soft hair that's underneath that like never holds the curl, so we'll see how long that stays for. And there we go. There's me finger combing through the curls, and honestly they stayed pretty good. And then I flip forward, put it in my roots, and I come back up, and that's pretty much what we're left with. That is the final result. It's just a fun little switch up sometimes, something fun and different you can do with your curly hair routine. So here is the final result. I honestly haven't Denman brush curled my entire head in quite some time. Usually I just will do the top layers or the front face framing pieces. There we go. So I never really get to do it anymore, but honestly, I got on my time hop that a year ago. I had done it and I took pictures of my hair and it looked really good. So it's also a great way to kind of, when you're starting the curly girl method, to kind of control your curls and shape them, and then they kind of learn the curl pattern and they'll get used to it, which is how my hair got used to the curl pattern as well. And honestly, a lot of people had been asking for a tutorial on how to use a Denman brush because I know it can be tricky when you're first using it. I honestly didn't understand it either until I watched a video on it. So I hope this video was informative for you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!